Callie with Adventure Rig. Today we're at our base here in northwestern Minnesota. This is where we spend the work seasons. I work on the ground for Tyson in the airplane. If you're interested in finding out what we do, be sure to check us out at Ag Aviation Adventures. For right now though, I want to talk to you about hands down the best work boot I've ever come across. This is the Blundstone 1351. This is similar to Blundstone's original Chelsea. However, it's a little bit higher top and it does have this detailing as you can see here. Right now, I don't want to talk about this boot though. I want to talk about this one. These are the same boot and I've had these for 5 seasons. I put about 1,000 hours in these a season, so that's 5,000 hours if you do the math. These have held up extremely well, and prior to finding Blundstones, I was going through a pair of work boots each season and they were not high quality and they were not comfortable. I was definitely having fatigue in my feet towards the end of a long day. With the Blundstones, I can put them on in the morning, early, work throughout the day, work late, get up and do it all again the next day, and my feet aren't hurting. Now you can see that these definitely have taken some wear, which is to be expected. And I should also mention that I really did nothing to take care of the leather. I never waxed them or conditioned them. Consistent with Blundstone's line, they're using a premium leather. This leather is also water resistant, which is awesome for what I do, working with a lot of fluids generally throughout the day. Something that's absolutely crucial to me in a work boot is a rubber outsole. Now you can see this rubber outsole has taken quite a beating. Getting up on the airplane is not nice to boots. It really chews into them. But once I'm up there, having this rubber is awesome. If the wing gets even a little bit wet, it gets super slick. So the rubber is key. I found that kind of a hard thing to find in women's work boot, which is surprising, but don't have to worry about that anymore. Blundstone's also built in a system to help with shock absorption, and I can definitely say that at the end of the day, my feet aren't fatigued and they still feel great. Aside from showing obviously some wear on the leather and on the sole, I do find that the inside, where my heel slips in, that leather has started to kind of peel apart. Once I get my foot in there though and I kind of adjust it, it's totally fine and not noticeable. Now let's go back to this newer boot here just so you can see how pretty it looks. I personally love the feminine detailing of this. I work in a male-dominated industry and I have to wear grungy work clothes every single day, so having just a little bit nicer of a work boot is key. I really like that. You can also see you have the traditional Blundstone pull tabs on both the front and the back, which are great to get these on. Now let's talk a little bit about breaking these in and sizing. Breaking them in, honestly, I don't remember from when I got my first pair. It didn't seem like anything because I just started working in them right away. However, after I've been wearing this new pair, there is a bit of a break-in period. I definitely wouldn't get these out of the box and go walk 10 miles or work a full day. I'd get them, wear them a little bit, maybe wear them to dinner, and gradually break them in. There's just some hot spots that I've found, and these are pretty tight up here compared to my older boots that feel pretty much like slippers. As far as sizing goes, they are true to size. I wear a women's 8 and these are the women's US 8 and they fit perfectly. I primarily wear these for the work season, which is the summer, and for me, I don't find having a real issue with my feet getting hot, and these work really well. Of course, my feet do sweat because in those really humid hot days, you're in a leather boot at the end of the day, but overall, they're pretty much comfortable cooler days to warmer days. As far as winter goes, these aren't insulated at all, so you can maybe get away with throwing a thick wool sock on, but they're not a great winter boot just because they lack that insulation. Again, these are the Blundstone 1351 High Top Chelsea boot. If you've been on the search for the perfect work boot, look no further, ladies. This is it. Or anything by Blundstone, be sure to check out their entire line because they do have more women's boots. Not only are these a great work boot, but they're a nice casual boot too for when you go out on the town. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Also, if you're wondering where we are or what we're up to, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Adventure Rig. Thanks again for watching. I'm Callie with Adventure Rig.